Hey guys, remember how much I like the C22CC? This little guy by Sunwayman with the 2 LEDs in it. Made it to my top 5 lights ever. That's a tough, thing to get into, considering I've reviewed, like 100, 150 lights. This is just a beautiful, beautiful, handy light. So when I did this review, one of my viewers put in the comments, said, "Hey, they make an 18650 version." Oh, I couldn't buy that so fast. So, here comes this guy. what is it? C22CC. Same exact light. Only difference is a pocket clip and the battery. You have one that's an 18650, one that's a 16340, or I think I might have an 18350 in there. But yeah, pretty much same light, same function, same everything, bigger form factor. So what they essentially did is took a very nice light that I like and made it bigger and brighter. Hey, how do you complain there? Well, so let's talk about this guy. We'll go over the main things in case you guys missed the original series. So as we mentioned, this takes a single 18650. It doesn't seem to be too picky about what size. I've tried many different ones in there and I haven't had any issues yet. You have the Cree XML U2, which is a bit of an oldie, guys. I'm a little surprised. And the side light is an XPG2 R5. Those are a little outdated. Actually massively outdated. The XML2 is like already up to U4, and yeah, I think they've even gone past that now. See, you can also use two CR123s or 16340s. The voltage goes from 2.9 volts to 8.4. USB rechargeable. The weight there is what, like 53 grams? Not too bad. Waterproof to IPX8. Partridge in a pear tree. All right. So, how's this bad boy working? It's actually, I noticed a feature with this one I did not notice with the C12, so I actually screwed up on that review. Your side light turns this on. Holding will then switch between your low, medium, high. Well, it's actually low, medium, high, and turbo. 4 modes. Double click will strobe. Alright, now I did some testing because in their literature it does not say run times for this thing. So what I got was around 25, about 175, and then I got like a 450 and then one in the high 500s, which advertises this as being an 800 lumen light on the box. So no. A couple hundred lumens off there, definitely. I mean, there is some error built into what I'm doing, but not that much. That's like 25%, and my error at max is maybe 10%. So the exaggeration on lumens is definitely exaggerated for this bad boy. All right. Now, it also has mode memory, so we'll remember the last mode that you used. Now, to access the side light, you just hold in the button while it's off, and your side light comes on. Very handy when you're working on things or you got something going on where you just need to set the light down. Especially when you have these lights that really can't tail stand, that well because of their weird shape. You can just drop that down while you're working on something and you have a nice light. Alright, now, holding it again, we'll cycle between low, medium, high for that. And I got in the neighborhood, I think it was like 10, 40, and 80 out of these. So they're definitely not as bright, but they're not meant to be. These are more of a diffused light without a hot spot at all. They're meant for, reading and things like that, whereas you don't need that big, intense, you can see how you have the hot spot there. And what you're seeing, if you're probably seeing right now, are those vertical bars in the screen. I'm seeing them in the viewfinder. That is called PWM, pulse width modulation, and that is a way to inexpensively, let's see, it's not too bad. It's a way to very inexpensively lower the modes on the flashlight, because you can do that via like independent channels on the electronic, or you can do it just by pulse width modulation, which basically runs the light 100% all the time, but flickers it to make it appear duller to the human eye. It bothers some people, just so you know. Some people have major issues with it and it really affects them. I'm not really seeing it too bad here on low. Oh, there's low. Oh, not too bad. Just that one mode, it appears, because it's going to be different frequencies. And apparently this frequency, this one here, I can see it with my eyes. I don't know if it showed up on camera, but it almost looks like a flickering while I'm moving that. So there is some PWM in there that's pretty noticeable, and I'm not sensitive to it. So if you are sensitive, that may bother you. All right, let's turn this guy off. Stop blinding you guys. Let's talk about, oh yeah, and the charging switch. Can't forget about that. Holy cow. What are you doing, Bushcraft? You have your USB charging right here. Just plug it in. That means you do have to load the battery from the front of the light right here. That just opens and you put the battery in there. So what you have is a very nice looking light altogether. You have that stainless steel rear end with the fancy schmancy tripod mount, so if you want to use it for photography or something like that. You do have that stainless steel bezel in the front with the orange peel reflector, and there's your XML2, looking pretty fancy. Alright, some kind of small cooling fins kind of milled into this head. Nothing tremendous. You know, this light doesn't get very hot, which now that I know it's not 800 lumens is not surprising. 500 lumens really shouldn't bog down a flashlight like this. It's really not that hot. The pocket clip is pretty good. I'd say, you know, top 75%. It sticks on really well. It slides around quite a bit, so if you're trying to dig around and whatever, it can really slide around the light quite a bit. It hasn't flung off on me yet. You know, this isn't a very pocketable light, to be honest. It does go in the pocket, don't get me wrong. It does fit in the pocket. It does seem to do well to carry, but it's not something I want to carry each and every single day because it is a bit big. It has that kind of bigger head, and it's, you know, that pointing down in your pocket. So when you're reaching into your pocket, it tends to kind of grab things and grab your hand and want to pull out. The clip, like I said, is good, but not the best. You know, it's a nice looking light. Very fine. I mean, in my opinion, this is a really nice utility light. Just as the C12 is. The big difference is the C12 is a little more pocketable. You know, that fits in the bottom of the pocket. I don't even, you know, try anything. I mean, it doesn't come with a pocket clip, but I don't even worry about it because I think it just sits well in the bottom of the pocket. I can reach in, grab it, use it, just, you know, works great. The big shame, I think, you know, with this one, and the only real major complaint I have is, of course, lying about the brightness. You can see, oh, that battery's almost gone. Brightness-wise, it's really not a dramatic difference. I mean, I can see it that obviously that one's brighter, but it's not massively different. So if you're really looking for a brighter light out of the two of these, it's really not that big a deal because they are so close. I would say, you know, if you really are worried, you know, you want to get a light that's more pocketable, go with the C12. If you want a light that's got that little bit more to it, then go with the C22. I mean, you can see the heads are pretty much identical. I wouldn't even doubt if they're not the same head. Oh, I forgot to show you the special thing. Yes, these one thing I forgot is you can run both lights at the same time. It's a little tricky and it takes a lot of work and cadence to get it just right. But what you have to do is click the light. That didn't work. You have to have the light on, the main light, click it quick, and then long press. You gotta like dint dint is what you gotta do. It's like you gotta do it really fast though, really fast. And that lets you use both lights at once, which is kind of neat because now you can really see the difference in tints between the two of these. You have this nice warm one, and then you have that cool one here. So you do have the different tints. But yeah, so this is kind of neat. So if you are out walking the dog or something like that, you can have this light pointing down at your feet and that one pointing out. Very handy. You know, like I said before, this is a very good utilitarian design. It works good. It's very versatile. It's a very versatile design. I really like it. Like I said, only real downfall is lying about the lumens, you know, that it doesn't live up to those expectations. But other than that, you know, this one's not so pocketable. This one is good flashlights all around. I mean, I'd say definitely worth the money. And, you know, if these broke, I would replace these tomorrow. End of story. I would buy new ones tomorrow because I do like them. And this is probably one of the most carried lights of the year. So hope you guys enjoyed.